Alright, welcome back to another video here. We're gonna start a cage build. Actually, we already started a cage build, and I was slacking on getting the camera out, but this one's a little bit different than the one we usually do. This one's actually getting an A-pillar brace, which reminded me I want to grab the camera and show you guys how we're doing the A-pillar brace in case it's something that you're interested in. So we connected down into the frame, and there's a bung here. So this part and this is down into the frame, and then you come up and you're connected solid into here. This is for, you know, cases where you might backflip or fall from a pretty great height enough to crush this. You don't see it a whole lot on anything, say like a Can-Am, just because of the angle of the bars. Polaris's bars in the front are already at such a great slant that it has some things working against it, and if you take a hard enough hit, it just like pancakes this. We've been fortunate enough to build cages strong enough that, you know, backflipping and landing like that hasn't really affected any of our cages. Actually hasn't affected any of them whatsoever, but you can never be too safe. So an A-pillar brace is great insurance if you have the area to do it, and if you're okay with tying into the frame or cutting the plastic, or, you know, doing some modifications like that. Now, so the door won't latch into factory location. We're going to bring it up and we're going to build a latch off this to connect to. So there's some things that need to be done in order to run this for the most part, but it adds a tremendous amount of strength up here where there is nothing. You got something around the B pillar, which is, you know, where your head mainly is, but I have seen cases, mostly stock cages, that this can fold down if hit hard enough. Now, he wants something on this that we've never done before also, and that is basically like a floating intrusion bar. It's going to be hard to explain, but I think you'll understand it. It's going to connect into here. The intrusion, lower intrusion, is going to come up to here, not connect into here, connect into with weld but not connected, but it's going to be a solid bar from here and then over and then back. So the lower intrusion bar is going to be solid all the way through there, but not like in here. It's just gonna, a piece of tube is going to come up and touch and then go that way. So the whole tube will be, you know, going like through here like this. Hard to explain. We'll connect it with weld just where they touch each other, but that's what he asked for. Not sure how it's going to look until we get it in there. Might look a little off at first, but once we start filling some things in, I think we'll be good. We'll connect off of it for his front bumper. It's getting doors, rear bumper, front bumper. He has a rad relocate and all that back here, which is why we had to keep a little bit of extra height. You notice that it's just a little bit taller than normal, and that's why. Oh, and he has really nice powder coated tree kickers, so we're keeping them very nice. But yeah, I just wanted to get the camera out and show you guys this A-pillar brace. If you're interested in it, we can put them on. Up to this point, we are fortunate enough that our cages haven't needed them, but you just never know. It doesn't hurt to have them if you have the room and you want to put them in there. Just something to think about. All right, here's what we have so far. Got the lower intrusion bar fit in. We decided to do this one a little bit different and connect into here. The one we made to go inside, it just, I don't think it flowed right. It didn't look very good, so we went with our gut, changed it up a little bit. I think this way is stronger anyway because it connects everything together rather than having a floating one in here. So strength wise, I like this better. That's what it looks like so far. Sherry's working on the middle intrusion bars there, and then we'll be able to maybe start working on the B pillar and get some stuff in here filled in, maybe work on the back bumper. But it's come along pretty good. It's taking a little bit of time to figure it all out, make sure everything's in the right areas, but it's getting there. Starting on the front bumper now. We have this piece here. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to build this lower piece. He doesn't want to connect into the lower bumper, so we're just going to come out here, and it's going to be like freestanding, just an upper bumper that doesn't connect anywhere, and it'll kind of look like it's floating. So that'll be what's coming up next. Wanted to jump on here real quick and show you another set of Zillows being exchanged for a brand new set of ITP Savage XTs. These are 32s, super stickies, HARC compound. So these tires are really proving to be one of the best tires out there. We've been putting them through the paces, so definitely a tire to check out if you're in the market for a tire. You won't be disappointed. What's next?
Raining again.
That's pretty much all it does anymore. You ready for the front bumper? Yep. Okay, let's make something happen here. Okay, you can see how this is a floating front bumper. Can't really see where the mounts are. They're hidden kind of in the back, so it just looks like the top of the bumper is floating, but it is connected back into the frame. So right now Sherry's cutting ones. We're gonna come out here and down, just add something different to the front. This is turning out to be an insanely awesome cage. We got the front bumper all tacked up, ready to go. So you have this that ties into there, those that tie into there, and then it goes up into there. We're going to do a straight piece for the roof up top, and then you can see the A-pillars come out and are level with the outside. That way it's straight here, so that little kick gives a little bit of protection on the body. And then once we put our fender back on, our fender will be out here, so our door will actually be on the outside of this, which will also help with like side impact, so the door will actually have a bar to kind of hit up against. That's the way we have it planned out. Obviously, you know, as we're building and something happens that we can't do that, we'll change, but that's the game plan. But man, am I digging this front bumper. Love it. This cage is actually going to leave here bare. He's going to take care of either powdering it or painting, because he says he has some other stuff that he wants to do with it. So unfortunately, I won't be able to show you a finished product of what it's going to look like, but I'll see if I can get a picture from him once it's all finished, and then I'll post it on Facebook or something. If you guys aren't following us on Facebook, check that out. The Can-Am Crew and Mud Metal on Facebook. It's also about 95 degrees here with like 100% humidity. It's been brutal. But I think the front's pretty much done. We're going to start moving towards the back, maybe get some B-pillar braces in there. We got these that we're going to connect into. They're 1.25 inch. These are ORB kickers, so we'll be able to come off of that, and that will be braced straight into the frame. And then we'll build our door, do our fuel door for this. But it's coming along. Got the B-pillar tacked in. It's ready to go. We got our MMO badges on. Gotta love those. And we also got the rear bumper tacked in place, and we tied the front end in basically with the rear end, looks wise. So it has the point, and it has the curved bars going down around. Now we attached it into his pull plate. He has the corner gussets up top. Not sure if we got that on camera yet or not. But now I got to do the B-pillar on the other side, and then we can start tying in door framing and then the fenders into the back. That's the game plan next. Getting the fenders on, getting the door frame in this area done so we can build off the door for that. more progress is being made on this cage build. It's been about 2 days since we've been on camera. Not a lot have gotten done because we've been working on some other stuff. But right now we're starting the rear fender area. So this is actually going to get trimmed, if you can see my black mark under there. And then we have tabs underneath for this to get bolted down to. And then we're going to put a bar in here. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3 fender panels.
And then this little one up here will be paneled also.
The triangle? The
top, yeah.
Okay, the top triangle will be paneled. He wanted something to kick out a little bit to protect him from dirt. So this is what it ended up. Doesn't stick out a whole lot. The more it sticks out, I think the worse it's gonna look. So I think that's a good happy medium. And having the 3 panels on there,
I think you'll get caught on things more too, the more it sticks out.
Having the panels on there is gonna fill it in. It's gonna cover all that stuff that you won't be able to see. It's gonna look good.
Yeah.
We're moving on to the door now. We have the fender bars in. We'll fit those for panels later. I have the top door bar in. Right now we're going to be building a box in here to kind of be the frame of this. So it's going to connect back into here. It's going to come down and then up, and then the door will hinge here. And he wants kind of like butterfly Lambo style doors. So we opted for big dog ball bearing hinges. These things are giant. You can tell by the size of my hand how beefy they are. You can see the bearings in them. So this makes it so your door doesn't sag. They sell ones that are just like one of these with no bearing. They end up sagging a little bit. So normally we like to do the double hinge, 2 hinges. They're I can't remember what. Sherry, what are the name of those hinges that we use? The 2 hinges. There's a name for them. Barrel hinge. Yeah. So it's like a pin, like a male and female of the pin, and we do 2 or 3 of them. And there's no way that the door can move. It's always worked really well for us, but with Lambo or butterfly doors, these actually have to open up, so that can't happen. And the only way you can do that is by using something similar to this. So we'll put this in here on like this angle, so the door will open like that, or it would be this way probably, so it opens more. But that's the game plan anyway. And then a actuator. We don't have any actuators, do we?
No, we were waiting to see how far measurement we need to go.
Okay.
Get the right length.
Well, we'll have the door at least fit, and then we'll come back later for the actuator. Okay, we got the door mocked up. Took a little bit of tweaking because the Lambo, they never go as smooth as you plan. Lambo doors require a little bit of extra maintenance and love to make them work right. But that is the door that we have. We had this tacked here, as you can see. And when we opened it, because it did one of these things, I think the sheet would have hit this. So it made this little standoff back here. So when you open, you can look down and this sheet misses the actuator. So that's what we did here. Not too bad, but it didn't work here because of the angle, and this ended up hitting. Sherry, let's show them. It's hard to explain, so I'll just show them. So let's pretend that this is the door sheet. You can see it gets closer to the actuator before it was hitting. So go ahead and shut it. So now we're good with where it is. I just had to move it back some. So the door is on, the sides are on, those are done. That'll get a panel, and then the door will be separate. This actuator is just to mock it up. We're getting a heavier duty actuator, just so it holds the doors up with minimal effort. Now we can go to the other side and do it all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. About I don't know, a day's worth of work on this side. So, not too crazy. But if you'd ever take a hit on the door, then you have all of the strength of this to where it can't go in. And this is all attached to the kicker, which is into the frame and then into the B pillar here. So stiffened up, strong, stout. I like it. Now we're going to repeat the process on the other side. Won't really catch much of that build since we just showed you exactly what we're doing. We're just going to repeat this over there. And then once the panels are fit, we'll come back and show you, because it's not getting painted or powder coated. I think I mentioned earlier in the video, it's just going to get welded, and then he's going to take it with him and do his thing. But we'll get all the panels on and then we'll come back and show you. Alright, we're finishing up this cage. Dawn's gonna get it taken apart and get it welded, but I wanted to show how big this rear bumper was. Probably the biggest rear bumper we've had. Fenders, bumper, all included. It's a big rear end. Doors will come off next. I don't know if I showed this or not. We're gonna get all this taken off. Dawn's gonna get it welded up. Then we're gonna get it put back on. Get the panels put on. Then we'll come back and show you what it looks like before it leaves here. Alright, so we finally finished this build. It's probably been a week or so since the last time we were on camera. And the customer's actually here to pick it up. And it was down to the wire of getting it finished. So I'm gonna run out there. We'll show you around. And then once he's done with it, I might be able to get some pictures of the cage once he's done getting it painted or powder coated. And then we'll probably throw it on Facebook or something as like a finished product. But we're gonna go out here and I'll show you around real quick. Alright, so we'll start with the front. We have basically the same thing. You guys have already seen that. The sides are all paneled. Everything is done. We opted for the aluminum on here because it's a little bit lighter weight. Panels are on the back. Everything's nice and bolted down and secure. Show you guys the Lambo style door here. We have these are 100-pound actuators. They lift up and hold the door really well. We put 2 grab handles on for them, one down here and one up here. And I think I showed you guys these standoffs here for this actuator. You can see how tight of a clearance it is there. So nice and finished up. 2 grab handles on both sides. Roof panel is on. We'll go ahead and shut this. Really digging how this one turned out. I like the doors. Lambo style doors look nice. All the panels in the back, with it being flared out like it is, gives you a little bit of, you know, kind of a rear fender look to catch all the debris and dirt. So that one's finished up. I'm sitting here editing this video and I realized that I don't have an outro. So I am here officially to tell you guys thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all of our channel members, our patrons, and our sponsors on the screen. You guys are awesome. And we have a lot of really awesome videos to come. So definitely want to stay tuned for that. We have another big announcement coming up soon that you guys are really going to be interested in. It's going to be insane, trust me. And we'll see you in a couple days back here on the channel for another video. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you there.